Ufa in Russia. Siddhant, first let's talk about the engagements for the day for the Prime Minister. Let's talk about the BRICS summit also and what's really expected from it.
Priyanka, it's an important day today. The BRICS summit is all set to start 12:30 in Indian Standard Time, around Indian Standard Time, and it will continue late in the night. It will start with the opening ceremony, and of course there will be a family photo, and around 3:30 p.m. we can expect all the leaders to start speaking. That will be that plenary session. First, the host country will speak, Vladimir Putin, then followed by our Prime Minister Narendra Modi. A lot of things are on the agenda. Of course, the Greek crisis, we know what's happening in Europe, and of course, there are other things also. New Development Bank, on Wednesday in Moscow, the board of directors of the BRICS Bank met for the first time. The president and the vice president announced. Finance Minister Arun Jaitley was also there. And today, all the leaders are here. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is here. And yesterday, they had two bilateral meetings. The Indians had bilateral meetings with the Chinese and Russians. With Russians, a lot of issues were raised, like a civil nuclear deal, and of course, trade, FTA with the Eurasian Economic Union. But with the Chinese, concerns, Zakir Rahman Lakwi were raised, and also border issues were raised.
Now, Siddhant, if we are also to believe that internet governance is going to be high on the agenda at the BRICS summit, so how crucial does it really become when we talk about India and the kind of role it's going to play, looking at that we launched the Digital India Week just last week?
Priyanka, can you repeat your question? There's some audio problem.
All right, Siddhant, if we were to talk about the other expectations or the bilateral meetings for today, expectations of that on the sidelines of the summit, if you could bring us up to date with that. We heard the Foreign Secretary talk about that there will be information on such meetings when they are confirmed, although there is a possibility of the meeting with the Pakistani counterpart on the sidelines of the SCO summit. Do you have any updates on that for us?
Priyanka, the possibility of Prime Minister Narendra Modi meeting with the Prime Minister of Pakistan yesterday night when the Foreign Secretary was briefing, he didn't show any, he clearly didn't ruled out, but said that it may happen, it may not happen. He said that there is no commitment, but he used this Hindi phrase that Sambhavna hai. So we can expect some kind of action, but right now here officials are tight-lipped. But tomorrow when the SCO summit happens, all eyes will be on this meeting, whether it happens or not. Also all eyes will be on the SCO summit. That's the Shanghai Cooperation Summit. India and Pakistan likely to become members of this organization, the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. It's basically a Eurasian organization, and it's also known as the NATO of the East. It has almost like Russia, China, and 4 Central Asian countries. So a strong bloc, and when India and Pakistan joins this group, so this group will extend towards South Asia also. So obviously it will be a major grouping in Asia, and can play a major role when it comes to security in the region.
Yes, Siddhant, you're talking of the SCO summit. We would want you to elaborate more. You're telling us of about how significant it would be for India to join the organization. Give us more about its role, and also how, give us more on the significance of it.
Well, Preeti, Shanghai Cooperation Organization was founded in 2001 and it has 4 Central Asian countries. Turkmenistan is not part of it, and Russia and China. Remember, Russia and China are 2 veto holding powers in the UNSC, and now this organization expanding during this summit with India and Pakistan likely to become its members. It will be a strong grouping. Its role basically revolves around security in the region, and it has been playing a decisive role when it comes to security.